Welcome back to Strawberry Inc. Today, we're diving into the heartbreaking case out of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. The death of 6-month-old Jaxon Hunter and the ongoing legal saga that followed. Nate Lytle of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin would have liked more than 8 hours a week that family court had granted him with his 6-month-old son, Jaxon Hunter. The infant's life was tragically cut short, apparently at the hands of a 10-year-old girl at his daycare. In an interview with the Eau Claire Leader Telegram, Lytle explained that he had filed paperwork to request additional time with his son, but court delays prevented it. He and Stephanie Hunter, Jackson's mom, had separated while she was pregnant. Lytle stated, "I felt like they robbed me of my time with my son that I'll never get back. He wasn't here long enough, and the time he was, I didn't get to spend with him." On October 30th, 2018, in the spooky season just a day before Halloween, a 10-year-old girl, Abigail Foster, who people knew simply as Abby, was living at a Tilden home. It was a group home for troubled kids. After school, she would stay at the daycare, which was ran by Amber Sweeney, who had connections with the state and also did private practice by offering a sit-in service. Abby allegedly panicked when she dropped Jaxon and then stomped on his head because he was crying. Other kids and Sweeney herself were outside at the time. It was only Jaxon and Abby indoors. Jaxon was transported to the St. Paul Hospital, the Gillette, and died a few days later. Lytle did not learn the full circumstances until November 2nd. He should have been informed immediately with every detail, but he was not. And because the alleged killer was not publicly identified, he could not speak publicly about it until after her first court appearance on November 5th. He told the Leader Telegram, "I didn't have to hold it in anymore." Lytle does not blame Sweeney. He stated she was looking out for what's best for the children. She loves the children. It's why she did foster care and daycare. It could have happened to anybody. Reflecting on his son, Lytle said, "I waited 37 years for my own little baby boy. Anytime he was around, he was all smiles and happy. It was smiles and laughs. Being a father was even better than I imagined." Now the family court case is closed. Lytle says there is no point in pursuing additional custody action anymore. Although he still has a daughter, which is Jackson's older sister. A federal lawsuit filed by Jackson's parents claimed that the Chippewa County Department of Human Services put Jaxon at risk by allowing this troubled girl to be at the same daycare as him. Court documents indicated that the 10-year-old had a history of mental health issues. She had even been kicked out of home. On March 7th, 2022, a judge dismissed this case, concluding that the girl did not pose an obvious risk of harm. The judge noted that many of the kids in the state's care are troubled and have suffered severe trauma. The daycare, Amber's Paws and Playmates, located in Tilden, was shut down of its own accord while the state investigated. It remained closed permanently as it is now a crime scene. Abigail Foster was taken to the Chippewa County Sheriff's headquarters, where she admitted to investigators that the act was an accident. She was initially held at the Eau Claire County Government Center, a long name. On December 4th, 2018, she was officially named a suspect. She appeared in the Chippewa County Circuit Court for a bond hearing. She remained at the Chippewa County Juvie Detention Center to await trial, being moved out of that government center institution. Judge James Isaacson set a $10,000 cash-only bond, ensuring that she would remain behind bars to await trial. Her charge, first-degree homicide. Due to the severity of the case, the state assigned her a private attorney, Harry Hertel. In the hearing, she walked in with a thick sweater, shackles, and handcuffs. She had fuzzy textures on. She is described as a white blonde girl who is troubled, and other kids are afraid of her. She has no friends due to that. And even some parents tried to keep their children away from this girl. The girl walked into court sobbing, and her mom was allowed to walk up to give her a hug. In June 2019, Judge James Peterson found Abigail Foster incompetent to stand trial. Her case remains pending to this day. She is currently at the Winnebago Mental Health Institute and is currently 17 years old. Nate Lytle, Jackson's dad, who is currently the clerk of courts in Chippewa County, along with Stephanie Hunter and their daughter, continue seeking justice for Jaxon. A memorial service for Jaxon was held on November 10, 2018, at the Horan Funeral Home in Chippewa Falls. He was laid to rest at the city's Hope Cemetery. The death of Jaxon Hunter shook the Chippewa Falls community. It's a reminder of the complexities of foster care, juvenile justice, and the fragility of life. While Abigail Foster's case remains unsolved in court, Jackson's family continues to honor his memory and pursue justice. Thank you for listening. May peace be upon both of these broken families, especially during this holiday season. Best of luck to them, and have a good rest of your day.